little bit. I'm not sure.
So she purports herself to be a pet store, a legitimate pet store, is that what you're saying? Or she's just doing this because her place got shut down?
I have no idea. If someone sued me for selling sick animals, I think the last thing that I would do in the next couple months would be to sell another sick animal.
And you think they're still doing that?
I know they're still doing it. The last person to contact me bought their dog in late June, and has just recently been added to the litigation.
And so you have 31 plaintiffs, correct?
Yes.
And what has happened to their dogs? Should they vary from what to what?
The very worst cases is parvo, which is a highly contagious disease, causes death almost immediately, almost incurable, and ranges from that down to genetic disorders like liver shunts from overbreeding, and also infections. The dogs were kept very close together, is my understanding, and
2012
intestinal parasites, ear mites, all sorts.
And I tried getting in touch with them.
Have you been able to determine why they're no longer operating as a store? Did they get shut down or what happened?
It's my understanding that the Gibraltar Trade Center refused to renew their lease. I'm sorry.
That's right. That's
refused
right.
to renew their lease.
Okay, the Gibraltar Trade Center refused to renew that. And how long ago was that?
That was a few months ago.
Okay, and so now, but they had a store at that point still?
Yes, there was a storefront located in the trade center where the miners would sell animals.
And is it Pollywood Pets also that was back there also?
Pollywood Pets was the original name. The name changed from Pollywood to Little Dogs several years ago.
Any idea why they changed your name?
I would Google Pollywood and see why.
Gotcha. We'll do that. And what do you think? You think they just need to be out of the pet business altogether? They need to just stop selling pets.
Yes.
And what is it? And what's happening? Is it just the whole thing we hear about puppy mills? How are they getting a hold of these pets, or what's the situation?
I have no idea. I have no idea. We had sent interrogatories previously, which is a list of questions that the defendants have to answer in every lawsuit. They've yet to answer them. They were court ordered due on Friday. So I'll be excited to take a look through those once they are finally produced.
And have they been helpful to any of your clients in terms of helping them with vet care, or do they just want the animals back?
Neither. When the plaintiffs can get in touch with, when the plaintiff could get in touch with the defendant directly, she would say that she was in the hospital or that there was some reason or another that she couldn't meet to exchange the animal. In some instances, she did offer to treat the animal herself if they brought it back, which, as we know, is not legal in Michigan.
For her to self-treat?
Correct. You need a license to practice veterinary medicine in the state of Michigan.
What do you hope happens next time you guys go? Well, no, Wednesday is just to see about the scheduling, correct?
Right, it'll be a status conference where the attorneys will most likely name the witnesses for the evidentiary hearing. I anticipate that hearing taking place here within the next 1 or 2 weeks, at which time the judge is going to want to hear testimony from live witnesses about what's going on for the past couple of years.
And what do your clients want? Do your clients want the satisfaction of seeing her not be able to sell any more pets, or some monetary damages, or both?
I don't know if I would call it satisfaction in her not being able to sell pets, because the goal here is not really to shut down someone's livelihood. The goal is to protect the general public from the pains that they've gone through. You heard in there that the defendant thinks that these pets are like refrigerators that you can bring back in exchange or have fixed, but they're not. As we know, as pet lovers, you get attached to a companion animal once it comes home, and to have to go through a constant daily struggle of living with a sick animal or losing that animal is something that they don't want anyone else to go through.
All right, thank you so much.
The attorney for the store was saying that this is a breach of contract. It's not. So do you feel an injunction is an appropriate thing that the judge could issue?
We sued under the Michigan Consumer Protection Act as well. As an attorney, I know the standard for an injunction is incredibly high, and it's my burden to prove. However, the Consumer Protection Act is a built-in state patch, as I like to call it. And it allows for a judge to determine that a business's or individual's conduct is in violation of the Consumer Protection Act. And if he determines that, and if there's a risk that they're going to do it in the near future, it's going to be ongoing, an injunction can issue right there without regard to what it's going to do to their business or their life.
So this is both a breach of contract
and fraud. And fraud.
And what about the Department of Agriculture? Or is there some enforcement agency that could get involved?
No.
Why is that?
Because the Michigan Department of Agriculture doesn't have the funds to continue inspecting pet stores. You can go to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, what I doubt that someone at a federal level is going to come down on Clemens to inspect a little pet store.
Do they have to get a license though to
Yes.
sell pets?
The pet store laws are still in effect. No one's enforcing.
So they have to have a license.
You have to be licensed.
By the
You have to
department,
be, you have to be inspected. And there's rules about selling on health certificates, particular types of dogs.
But Michigan just doesn't crack down, just doesn't enforce.
Doesn't enforce.